Good morning, grade 7 students. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to start a new activity, respiration in aquatic medium. Please open your books, page 52. In the previous activity, we saw the respiration in aerial medium or the medium that has air. And we said that animals that live on land, such as worms, tigers, cats, dogs, etc., respire in air by the lungs or through the skin. So these two types of respiration are the pulmonary and the cutaneous respiration, respectively. And we said that insects depend on a special type of respiration called the tracheal respiration. What about aquatic animals? Animals that live in water, such as fish or mussels, respire in water through the gills. How is the water renewed at the gills? How does gaseous exchange take place? In this activity, we will see and will answer these two questions. First, what is a gill? A gill is a respiratory organ found in many aquatic organisms that absorbs dissolved oxygen from the water and releases carbon dioxide. So look here, these are the gills. They are located on both sides of the fish. They are covered by a mobile bone called operculum, plural opercula. Okay, so these gills are protected by a mobile bone called operculum. It opens and closes. We will see how. And each gill is made up of many gill filaments that are rich in blood vessels and thin. The gills are formed of numerous gill filaments. As we can see that they are made up of many gill filaments that are rich in blood vessels. They are thin to allow the gas exchange between the blood and the surrounding water. How does the fish breathe? The respiratory movements in fish allow the renewal of water. When the mouth opens, the opercula close. Opercula is the plural of operculum. Okay? So when the mouth of the fish opens, the opercula close. What happens now? Water enters and reaches the gills. On the other hand, when the mouth closes, the opercula open and water leaves out of the body from the opercula. These are the respiratory movements that allow the renewal of water. So let's talk about the pathway of the water flow inside the fish. Water flows in the mouth, then it reaches the gills, gas exchange occurs here, and then the water leaves out from the opercula. How did scientists know that? They simply put a dye inside the mouth of the fish. The dye was released out of the body from the opercula. So again, water flows from the mouth, then it reaches the gills, and then to the outside. Where does gas exchange take place? Gas exchange takes place here at the level of the gills. All living things respire by absorbing oxygen from the surrounding medium. A fish absorbs oxygen from the water because we know that oxygen can be dissolved in water. So what happens at the level of the gills? Oxygen, which is found in the water, passes from the water to the gills, while carbon dioxide, which is the waste, must be released outside the body, so it is released from the gills to the water. Then water leaving the gills will be rich in carbon dioxide. So again, as we can see here that water entering the gills is rich in oxygen, it travels inside the mouth to reach the gills. At the level of the gills, gas exchange takes place. In other words, oxygen is absorbed from the water to the gills while carbon dioxide is released from the gills to the water. This is why water leaving the gills is rich in carbon dioxide. Compare the composition of oxygen and carbon dioxide in water entering the gills to that in water leaving the gills. What do you conclude? So we compare oxygen in water entering versus oxygen in water leaving. So in water entering the gills, the quantity of oxygen is 0.7% greater than that in water leaving the gills, which is 0.14%. However, the quantity of carbon dioxide in water entering the gills is 0.03, less than that in water leaving the gills, which is 0.04%. What do you conclude? I conclude that the gills absorb oxygen from the water and release carbon dioxide to the water. Today's session is finished. Please copy this conclusion on your copybook and study well. See you soon.